The amazing thing about fingerprints is that they leave small, unique marks on everything we contact. Evidence of our presence, our involvement, our touch. An impression of us that lingers even after we've gone. The fingerprints of Samaritan's purse are all over Asia and the Pacific. Our print is made up of hundreds of thousands of individual fingerprints of people in Australia and New Zealand who've joined in our important work. Like one mother in Woonona, New South Wales, who this year asked her friends for a special birthday present. Oh well, not for her, but for a village in Cambodia. Each of her friends brought their coins, their notes, their checks, and now Samaritan's purse is arranging for the well to be built. Imagine the joy as the community is able to draw clean, safe drinking water from this wonderful, life-giving gift. And though they may not be visible, the fingerprints of one Australian mother and her friends will be all over it. Some children experience poverty, loss and suffering no one should have to endure. Pun has spent her whole life behind barbed wire in a camp in Thailand. Unable to return home, her future is uncertain. Through the Operation Christmas Child program, she received a shoebox covered in the traces of the Australian family who prepared it, filling it with gifts, school supplies and a letter. This box gave Pun more than just gifts. It gave her hope to know that someone cared. Pun is now one of 1,000 children from the camp who attends a school we recently built on the other side of the wire, and her future is looking much brighter. When Cyclone Nargis hit Myanmar, killing over 270,000 people and leaving many more homeless, Samaritan's Purse worked with local churches who immediately got their hands dirty in responding with love and care. Beyond the initial response, we have continued in our commitment to the people of Myanmar. We know that sometimes it's the small things that really matter. A 5-year-old girl from Canberra sent a picture she'd drawn for the children of Myanmar. Through our field staff, we made sure it got to its final destination, a precious symbol of hope. Every action matters. Every time you choose to give of yourself to help someone in need, it counts. Imagine if you could trace your fingerprints. Seeing everything you've put your hands to, where would they be? Would we find your fingerprints on a shoebox full of gifts and school supplies given to a child in Cambodia? Or traces of your generosity in your online donation to empower widows in Sri Lanka? Perhaps we could discover your DNA on a cheque, enabling a family devastated by natural disaster to eat for a month. History will show the fingerprints this generation leaves on the world, for better or worse. Our challenge is to leave a mark of eternal significance, a mark that says something about how we cared for those without hope in this world. At Samaritan's Purse, we're dedicated to impacting this world for good, and we need your help. Because of the support and prayers of thousands of individuals throughout Australia and New Zealand, we have been able to reach and impact close to 400,000 individuals over this last year. But the need is so much greater. Will you join us in this vital work? The person who receives your help may never know who it was that reached out to them across the seas. But if they could look closely, really closely, perhaps they'd find the fingerprints of someone like you, someone who cared enough to extend their hand to help another.